It's a hard act to follow, but I want to thank Michelle for being able to stand up here and fulfill one of her own dreams. On Wednesday night, and allow me to stress this again, Wednesday night, I was officially informed that I would not only be speaking to all of you today, but that I would most likely be spending my last few hours in this school making a complete fool of myself as everyone stared at me and secretly thought, what were those teachers thinking? Or better yet, who is she? To be honest, I couldn't agree with you more, and look me up on Facebook to solve the other mystery. If you're still uncomfortable with the entire idea of me standing here, blabbering on, there are exits at the back in front of the field house. I will not be offended if you use them, but you may end up making a certain 18-year-old cry when she gets home. To put you at ease, I will let you know that there were no conspiracies that got me here. It involves spending a lot of time on weekends with books instead of outside with trees, hours running and running and running on this hardwood floor with this crazy basketball program, torturing our poor coaches, afternoons in the music hallways with my second family and arguably some of the most inspiring teachers I have ever met, and regrettably, several classes asleep. And to all my teachers, I apologize for that. Hopefully, though, all of it will be worth something in a way that doesn't destroy my image for the rest of our lives, and that none of you will regret the fact that I stood before you today with my infinite wisdom that an 18-year-old could possibly have and tried to commemorate 4 years of our lives in the best way I could. 4 years. It's almost scary to believe that they passed by so quickly, although I'm sure some of us thought that they didn't go by fast enough. Regardless, they happened. Past tense. Unless you develop amnesia or scientists create some ludicrous machine, we are stuck with every memory, good and bad, for the rest of our lives. I genuinely hope that there are a few that at least make you smile, if not die laughing when you think about them. Winning a state championship, or even a regular season game. Discovering the unexpected dancing savage at prom, performing at a concert or a show, hiking through the park, watching Finding Nemo during a lockdown, which half of Miss Starr's pre-calc class would tell you is not good for bathroom purposes. And of course, today, to name a few. Let those memories and many more define your experience. Not the test that killed you, the teachers you sometimes felt like locking out of the classroom, or the student that didn't seem to pick up on the fact that they were way too obnoxious, but the memories that made you smile. Yet, and please do not throw anything at me as I say this, do not let these 4 years be the best time of your life, and do not leave here already thinking that they will be. Our friends aren't dying. Distance only makes the heart grow fonder after all. We will all still look this good for at least another 6 years, so the first reunion will actually be pleasant. And imagine what it will feel like to finally become legal. The ability to rent cars is a big deal. In all seriousness, though, continue to look ahead, eagerly anticipating the arrival of every new chapter. Don't have a premeditated climax. Our books are much longer, and unlike our school books, you can't skip parts. The second we stop giving our lives a chance to be something phenomenal, we're losing any chance we may have had at fun. Now is the time where I may begin the rant on the destiny of our generation. I could say that we are all going to save the world by throwing on ridiculous capes and tights, but we're not all superheroes. Sorry to the few whose hearts were just broken. I could say that we were the chosen ones, meant to set out on a magical journey and reinvent wizarding society, but that's Harry Potter. And completely impossible, unfortunately. Is it obvious yet how I feel about fulfilling a cliche? I will say, paraphrasing the words of Mahatma Gandhi, that we will be the change we want to see in this world, for better or for worse. Our actions will decide the outcome of our lives, not any grand statement I make about the future. I can only encourage, if that. All of you will decide how far you are willing to go and how you want to push yourself to get there. If we so choose to do nothing, change nothing, stand for nothing, I'm sure we are all aware what could happen. That is why if we genuinely try to accomplish something that is greater than ourselves, we will enact change. I am not implying that all of us are going to be global leaders. I'm sure some of us would hate that anyways. I am simply saying that hard work and continued perseverance will undoubtedly go a long way. This possible change isn't just for us, though. It is for everyone that helped us to get where we are today and for everyone that we will inspire. In the words of James Russell Lowell, and through the encouragement of my father, who I'm sure is furiously blushing for that plug, it is not what we give, but what we share, because the gift without the giver is bare. Today is not only our accomplishment, but our givers as well. For 12 years, teachers have been integral parts in creating who we are. We obviously have so many educators to thank and so little time to do it. What's worse is the fact that they hardly think they are deserving of the thanks because they love what they do. In my opinion, dealing with teenagers of any age deserves roaring applause. At our school, they have been under the careful guidance of our assistant principals who bring an incredible vitality to the hallways and the loudspeaker every morning. At the top is Mary Gormley, who has dealt with adversity beautifully for the sake of ensuring that our school stays our school and nothing less. And of course, Dr. Drotter, who is also graduating with us this year, although moving on to much pleasanter things from what I understand. I think I speak for everyone when I say thank you for your dedication to your field and to the town of Milton. You will be sorely missed. Our families also need to be acknowledged today because they have sacrificed so much for our own benefit. They, even more so than teachers, have molded us into the person that gets to walk across the stage with our heads held high. They have seen it all, literally. Yet they still love us. Our graduating, our success, proves to them that they did something right, even after some of us may have spent the last few years wanting nothing to do with them. Although, I can adamantly say that I never felt that way. And I hope my parents know that before I had to say that right now and risk crying, which I'm doing. Finally, our friends and our classmates deserve so much praise. Their opinions, their beliefs, and their actions have defined each of us by forcing us to respond to them. Not all of us get along, but we all respect each other for our talents and our genuine ability. To have someone's respect, to be held in high regard, that, in my mind, is worth more than any diploma, and certainly more than the right to be standing in front of everyone on this stage. In all actuality, the fact that none of you took advantage of my offer to exit before my speech could have crashed and burned displays respect in my delusional mind. For that, each of you here deserves thanks and acknowledgement as being a giver, not only on my part, but on behalf of all the students. You have all sat, like sardines packed in the can, or the students standing in the lunch line or clump, whichever you prefer, and waited for what could have been hours just for the few seconds of recognition the person you immensely care for has achieved. And what an achievement it is. Please, let today and all your memories be the foundation for the lifetime of memories you will compile. Push yourselves, will yourselves to do the impossible, and those new memories will be extraordinary enough to construct something beautiful, that the memories from high school will pale in comparison. Eyes on the horizon, we must keep moving forward. Congratulations, class of 2011, and good luck. I seriously doubt you're going to need it, though.